Welcome back, everybody. All right, so this is going to be a quick layout update. As you can see, I started putting the cork down, going into the reversing section. Got my outline here. And just so you guys know, right in this area here is going to be the turnout that goes to this siding there. And then this is where the reversing section is going to actually start. So from this point, all the way around, through there, picking back up there where that black piece of plywood is, and then all the way up to right about where that white sheet of paper is. All of that's going to be the actual reversing loop. So it's not going to be a regular reversing loop. It's going to be basically a point-to-point reversing section is how I'm going to insulate the rails and everything. And I'll do a series on that as well for everybody. But not much has gotten done. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. A lot has gotten done. So I've got all that in. Got some track in. And I finally got my brace there. Nice and solid now. I don't have to worry about that front part of the wall flexing at all. And I've been meaning to do it. I just really haven't had the time, but I was able to get it done a couple days ago. So jumping back, so we got the track in. Got the two locomotives. We're going to do a little test here in a little bit. And I kind of been jumping around just to kind of keep myself preoccupied. That way I don't get burnt out on just doing one task all the time. And of course, this is just all temporary right here. But I do have the lift out in and then track over to that point. And as you can see, I've got the foam in on this side. Now, usually what happens is the foam will be actually below the sub-road bed, but just in this particular area, it's a little higher. But I'm going to come back. I'm not really sure what I want to do in this area yet. I thought about putting a small town, maybe doing the road this way. Buildings coming along that wall, and buildings kind of coming at this angle. And I'm not real sure yet exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to take this edge off, just kind of go down through here, trim it, and then just kind of blend everything together. And so I'm starting on, this is where the yard's going to be. So from this point back will all be sheets of cork, and all the way up to pretty much this point right in here. So I'm going to line this out with plywood as well. And I'll have basically two access points. I'll have the main line that'll come down like this. And then I will have the runaround track that will come up. And then it'll tie into the main line there. And then, of course, the main line is going to go around over top of the reversing section, come down through here. And then, now this is all just kind of moved around, so it's not correct, but the turnout's going to be right in this area here. So like I was saying earlier about the reversing section, so I'll have my insulator here, and over there right behind that sheet of, actually no, it's probably about 6 inches to the right of that sheet of plywood I have there. But so it'll be a pretty long reversing section, which will be nice because then I can keep my entire train in there. Now, what I'll show you guys is depending on what locomotive I have pulling, I never did count the cars. Certain ones can pull it by themselves, and then as for this, I need a helper. The Conrail, that's a Bachmann Conrail. I got that. It was a gift for I think my birthday a couple years back. So the Bachmann doesn't really have a lot of pulling power. I don't remember. I think that's an Athearn's CSX locomotive there, and that's got a lot of pulling power. That can actually pull all of those cars by itself without slipping. So let's go ahead and start this up for you guys. And we're in step 3. And this is the first lift out section. Now, of course, I don't have it wired from that point, so as soon as it gets there, it's going to lose power, so we won't let it. And there we go. Quite pleased with everything so far. Got a little bit of a vibration when the trains go over top of the lift out, so I think I'm going to put some foam under it just to help with the vibration. But other than that, guys and gals, I appreciate the watching. Well, turn that off. But all in all, I'm very happy with everything so far up to this point. I can't tell you how critical it is to take your time to make sure you're doing everything right. Because the last thing you want to do is come back and have an issue when you have everything completely wrapped up, bench work wise, sub road bed, and track laid. It would be a nightmare at that point. So I'm taking my time, so I do apologize. The layout videos are not coming as quick as I would like them to, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Now, the only other thing, and the reason I decided not to move on with the upper level right now, is because I want to get the bottom level squared away 100%, working flawlessly. I want to make sure that that upper level curve there is actually going to be okay. And what I mean by that is grade wise. I want to make sure it's going to be able to pull at least 20 cars up there, one locomotive, without any issues. I think that's a little bit over 2%. I'm going to do some math and figure it out, do some measuring and all, and figure it out. If it is, then I'm going to readjust. And that would be just as simple as lowering that down a little bit, lowering this, and readjusting this bench work here, which I'm okay with. I'd rather do that now than find out later on that I'm going to have an issue with that there. So I don't think I will, but it does look a little steeper than I would like, especially to the left-hand side. But it may not be, especially once I got two locomotives running together. I should be able to pull 40 cars easily, but we'll find out. So that's the big thing, is just trial and error. Other than that, really not much has been done. So I appreciate it, guys and gals. Everybody have a great night. Hope everybody's work week is going good. And we'll get back at it later. Thanks for watching.